Listen to me. If you are sitting there, looking at your computer screen, wondering if you can take a tool like Asana, which is a project management powerhouse, and turn it into a CRM to manage your clients, your side hustle, or even your personal legacy as you enter retirement, I want you to stop and breathe. Because the answer isn't a simple yes or no. The answer is, can you afford the cost of being wrong? You are at a stage in your life where your time is your most valuable asset. More valuable than any stock, more valuable than any piece of real estate. So when we talk about using Asana as a CRM, we aren't just talking about software. We are talking about your systems. We are talking about whether you are setting yourself up for success or whether you are building a house on a foundation of sand. Now let's look at the facts. Asana is brilliant at managing tasks. It's a to-do list on steroids. And yes, you can absolutely customize it. You can create a project, call it My Clients, and you can make every task the name of a person. You can create columns for new leads, current clients, and completed work. You can even use custom fields to track their phone numbers or the last time you spoke. On the surface, it looks perfect. It looks clean. It's free or low cost, and you think, Susie, I'm being smart. I'm saving money. But I want you to look deeper. The fear I see in so many people your age, and it's a valid fear, is the fear of complexity. You don't want a CRM like Salesforce that feels like you need a PhD just to log a phone call. You want something simple. You want to stay organized without the headache. But here is the problem. Asana was never meant to be a database. It was meant to be a workflow. When you use Asana as a CRM, you are forcing a square peg into a round hole. A true CRM, a customer relationship management tool, is built to track the relationship. It tracks every email you've sent, every document you've shared, and every penny that has changed hands, often automatically. In Asana, you have to do that work yourself. You have to manually type in the notes. You have to manually link the files. And what happens if you forget? What happens if you miss a follow-up because it got buried under a pile of other tasks? If you are retired or about to retire, and you are running a consulting business or a small shop, you cannot afford to lose a client because your system was just a glorified checklist. That is not being a master of your destiny. That is being a slave to your software. I want you to ask yourself a very serious question. Is your business simple enough for this? If you have 5 clients and you talk to them once a month, then yes, Asana is a gift. It's easy, it's visual, and it keeps your people right next to your projects. It allows you to see the big picture without the clutter. But if you are trying to grow, if you have dozens of people to track, or if you need to see your sales numbers at a glance, Asana is going to fail you. It won't give you the reports you need. It won't tell you your conversion rate. It won't show you the money in the way a true financial or sales tool will. Do not make the mistake of choosing a tool just because it's familiar. That is a mistake of the heart, not the mind. You have to be honest with yourself about what you actually need to track. Are you worried about the cost? Because I know you are. You're looking at these CRM subscriptions that cost $50, $100 a month, and you're saying, Susie, I'm on a fixed income. I hear you, but I want you to remember, people first, then money, then things. The people in this equation are your clients and yourself. If you spend 3 hours a week fighting with Asana to make it do something it wasn't designed to do, you have just spent 3 hours of your life that you will never get back. What is an hour of your time worth? If it's worth $50, you just spent $150 this week to save a $20 subscription fee. That is not financial common sense. That is a waste of your life. So here is your actionable takeaway. This is what I want you to do today. First, I want you to list out your must-haves. Do you need your emails to automatically show up in the client record? If the answer is yes, Asana is not for you. Do you need to send invoices directly from the tool? If the answer is yes, Asana is not for you. Second, if you decide that your needs are simple and you do want to use Asana, you must set it up correctly from day one. Do not just wing it. Create one project for your pipeline. Use board view so you can see your leads moving from left to right, like a path to your future. Use custom fields for the important data, the deal size, the contact info, the priority. And most importantly, use the comments section as your ledger. Every time you speak to that person, you log it. If it isn't in the comments, it didn't happen. But third, and this is the most important part, I want you to have an exit strategy. If you reach 20 or 30 clients and you start feeling that, feeling in your gut, that feeling that things are slipping through the cracks, I want you to give yourself permission to move on. Do not stay with a system that has outgrown its usefulness just because you put time into it. That is the sunk cost fallacy, and it has ruined more retirements than I can count. You deserve a life of order. You deserve a life where you are in control of your business, not the other way around. If Asana brings you peace, use it. But if it brings you work about work, if it makes you feel disorganized or anxious, then it is a thing that is getting in the way of your money and your people. Be strong, be smart, and most of all, be honest with yourself about what you can handle. You have worked too hard to spend your golden years clicking buttons in a system that doesn't serve you. Can you use Asana as a CRM? Yes, but only if it makes your life easier. If it doesn't, stand up, walk away, and find a tool that respects your time as much as I do. You can do this. I believe in you.